Hi, my name is Murthy. Today I am going to talk about the very important theoretical element in the Western music called intervals. So what are intervals basically means? Distance between any notes in music basically we call as intervals. And there are different types of intervals the way we have to look at it, and different levels of understanding intervals are there. So today we are basically going to talk about harmonic intervals. So what harmonic intervals means actually? So you would have already know about chromatic notes. So chromatic notes means what are existed notes actually. So here I am taking from the note C onwards. So because I am choosing C as a root note, and from here you would have know the chromatic note order: C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, E after F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, then 13th note again C comes. So this we need to understand from the root note C to every note's relation. We have to understand that relation only we call as a harmonic interval. And these 12 chromatic notes from the keynote, we can divide it into 8 main intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 intervals we can divide. So of course the first one is a root note, number 1. Then next second interval category comes. So immediate fret, the next half steps fret is C sharp, right? That C sharp we call as a minor second. So C to C sharp relation we call as a minor second. Then C to D relation is major second. So these two notes are basically second intervals actually. Then C to D sharp is a minor third. Then C to E is a major third. So seconds and thirds we call as a minors and majors. Then after that, after the major third, the next one will be fourth. Here for fourth and fifth we don't call as minor or major intervals, we call as a perfect intervals actually, because I think those are in the exactly between of the entire 12 chromatic notes, right? So C to F, that after major third one we call as perfect fourth. So then C to F sharp is a flattened fifth. You do already know about what is a flat means. Flat means the behind note basically we call as a flattened note actually. One step down if you do, that is a flattened note. So C to F sharp is basically is a flattened fifth, and C to G is a perfect fifth. So perfect fourth and perfect fifth between the note is basically flattened fifth note. So next sixth and seventh intervals we call again as a minors and majors, as how we calculated second and thirds actually. C to next G sharp is a minor sixth, and C to A is a major sixth. Then C to B flat or A sharp is a minor seventh, and C to B is a major seventh, and C to next octave C. So that will be the 13th note basically. So you can easily remember these intervals, like there are totally 8 main intervals, and seconds and thirds are like a minors and majors will come, and sixth and sevenths also. Sixth and sevenths also minors and majors intervals will be there, and fourth and fifth we call as a perfect intervals. So that way you can easily memorize these names actually. And I showed example from C onwards. You can take any key basically. Suppose if you take G as a keynote, minor second will be G sharp or A flat, and A will be the major second. So that's how this interval works actually. And there are modern names also for these intervals. For example, for minor second they use like flattened second, like that. Means if only anyone using only the number means it can be the major interval. For example, what is a third note in the key of C means it can be mostly like a major third. So flattened third means minor third. And what the use of these intervals understanding basically. For example, if you wanted to see the scale So you can look at the scale like a intervals also. For example, so far I choose the C as a main key, right? So I'm talking right now about C major scale. I'll talk right now. So in C major scale, all the intervals will be major intervals, and of course perfect fourth and perfect fifth. So in C, in the key of C, for the C major scale, major second, major third, and perfect fourth, perfect fifth, and major sixth, major seventh, and root note, of course. So this is how major scale. And for parallel minor scale means key will be like same. C is the key, C minor scale. So if you compare to the major scale, 1, 2, 4, 5 intervals will be like same as a major intervals actually, as a major scale, and 3, 6, 7 intervals will be differ basically. That's what the main difference for a major scale and minor scale. In minor scale, 3, 6, 7 intervals will be minor intervals basically. So 1, 2 and 4, 5 intervals are like a same for the minor scale, and 3, 6, 7, so third note is a E flat, and sixth note is like a A flat, or you can call it as a G sharp also, A flat, and seventh note is like a B flat and C basically. That's how the minor scale. So this is the main difference for major, parallel major and parallel minor. So through these intervals you can look at the scales more comfortably and more easy way you can look at it actually. And it's not about only scales. If you wanted to understand advanced way of chords, advanced levels of chords, or if you wanted to understand the chord voicing, and if you wanted to understand any harmony, actually in Western music harmony is the main thing basically. So if you wanted to understand this interval knowing is very, very essential. For example, you would have see a chords like C major 7 flattened fifth, kind of heavy chords actually. Basically C major 7th flattened fifth. You can see in the screen the way how people write this chord, C big M7 and flattened fifth. Basically C is the main chord here. So for that we need to add the major 7th. So in the key of C, major 7th is a B, right? So this is a C major 7th chord, and here we need to apply flattened fifth also. So flattened fifth note is G flat or F sharp. So that is like we can add here on the second fret. So if I strum this chord, yeah, so this is the chord. It sounds so deep, right? So this level of chords, if you wanted to understand, like of course you need to know the intervals. So that's it for today. I hope this video can definitely make you understand about intervals and all in basic level. On my next video, I'll try to explain about diatonic intervals and how to practice them. Please like, share, subscribe my video so I can do more contents like this. Thank you.